What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados, and here I'm bringing you our episodes 5, 6, and 7 reviews. In the previous episodes, we combined them we pretty much tag teamed them up, combined them together, but now we're going to do a full-on triple menage a trois perfecta of pretty much Daredevil action, because, you know, these episodes, well, to be honest with you, it's the countdown to Batman vs Superman, and I want to make sure I get these videos out, completed, edited, and to you guys, so that way when Batman Super comes out in just a couple of days, we can just hop right on that. So, especially since the Luke Cage trailer kind of completely threw everything for a loop, and be sure to go check that out. But focusing on episode 5, now I'm gonna be honest with you, this episode had a lot less action than the previous episodes. Now, mind you, I kind of feel a little bit that like they had too much action in the first one. The action that I was loving because the Punisher was in it, and I love the Punisher. The Punisher and Luke Cage, if you guys don't already know, are two comic book characters which get like a certain reaction out of me. I just love them. So see now I feel like with the chain and with the hallway scene and with the Punisher, because the Punisher is awesome. They had so much action. Like, okay guys, you need to get like a little bit of storytelling in there. And the storytelling comes full circle with the introduction of Elektra. Now, mind you, I was really scared in the beginning because I felt like because they were pushing the Punisher so hard and doing so much with him in the beginning that once he faded out, because you know what's going to happen, once Elektra came in, he was going to fade out. But they're very much keeping him relevant. They keep, even though his rampage is over, he still very much has a lot of screen time, and also the story arc of how the Punisher factors into the bigger state of things is still continuing. So I'm very happy to see that. Now, Elektra is not one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, but she is still like very good. And like the Punisher, she has animated movies that, you know, they pretty much try to cram so much into like only like 1 hour or 2 hours worth of stuff. So now that she's giving the TV show treatment, they can really give her the spacing and really a lot more character building in this particular version. Elektra is the perfect blend of crazy, sexy, and cool, like all in one. And the one thing, and to be honest with you, that's a very hard thing to pull off, because as much as we want to root for her, because she is a little bit crazy, she's the definition of the crazy ex-girlfriend. We're like, I like y'all two together, but y'all kind of way too much when y'all are together. But also because the episode is a lot more flashbacks with her meeting a much younger, much more reckless Matt. You see how they work together. Like they are the definition of the Bonnie and Clyde, young, troubled, and in love, and yet they're troubled in recklessness, and their uneasiness with life makes them that much more connected and makes them that much more powerful on screen. But, you know, as you already knew what's going to happen, there had to be something to drive them apart, as much as they seem drawn together. And to be honest with you, Elektra pulled such a big boy move, like full-on big boy move, by when actually got to know Matt and she began to get more comfortable with him, and he revealed the fact that he never caught the man who was responsible for his father's death. Elektra went and caught the dude and was pressuring Matt to kill this dude, to end him, to get revenge, and he had to pretty much pull the Batman. Mind you, side note, I'm gonna go for side note of that. Daredevil seems to be echoing a lot of Batman in this particular season. The first season, not so much, but I feel like a lot of times it's like, you know, all he needs to say is, you know, justice in a deep gravelly voice or something, you know. But back to the issue at hand. So you see how that ultimately divided the schism, and also started the elements of Daredevil with not only vigilantism but his code not to kill. And now also we get a full-on glimpse in this particular episode of Matt back at full power. You know, and we know because of his fight with the Punisher, because he took a beating. He took a major beating. He was hurt and his powers were a little bit affected. And even though you knew he was getting better, you never really got a grasp of how well he was healing or how that was going to affect him going on. I was even thinking, mind you, that maybe with his powers being pretty much being messed up, that would pretty much be something that they lasted throughout the whole season. Small thought, maybe. It would have been interesting, but no, we get to see that Matt is back at full power. He's using his super hearing and super senses to do, once again, extraordinary things. And I love like I said in the previous episode, I like seeing Matt use his powers, because sometimes I feel like they focus so much on Matt just being a blind warrior that you sometimes even forget that he has, you know, superhuman hearing and touch on permanent super senses. As much as Elektra and Matt stole the show, especially young Matt and young Elektra stole the show, Karen and Foggy are still very much prevalent. Foggy in this particular episode felt like he took a back seat, but he was still very much relevant in the scenes that he is in. Once again, Foggy is a motherfucking G. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, Foggy Foggy does so much. At this point, if Foggy was to walk out in a pimp fur coat and with 2 bottles of champagne, I wouldn't even question it. I was like, well, obviously that's just how he rolls. Karen, surprisingly, is growing more and more important. In the first 4 episodes, they really did feel like they were just going to reduce her role into being the love interest / female sidekick to the other 2 main characters. But no, she is in fact driving the story on her own in her own very unique way, which compared to season 1, all the characters are getting very much equal weight time. It feels like they're all equally important to like making things happen. And Karen, once again, like I call it, Karen is the Ben Urk of this season. She is channeling Ben Urk. They even have a man from the editor of Ben Urk's editor say like, you know what, Ben Urk is in heaven right now, and he's looking down on you. He's just getting a kick out of all of this. So once again, seeing her push the reporter side of the story, really honestly makes everything seem a lot better for her flow of character. And also, I'm not gonna front. I still was very much hating, okay? And this one particular aspect, I am a full-on hater. I was for Matt and Karen's relationship. But after seeing how crazy Elektra is, maybe Karen ain't so bad anymore. I'm not saying I'm fully on that ship yet, but I'm looking like maybe I'm looking over like, you know what? I was rooting for Elektra and I was rooting for Claire, but Claire took herself out the race. And now Karen might be the better horse to back on. Speaking of Claire, the Luke Cage, Jessica Jones references still get dropped like bombs. And every time I see them, I get so giddy. I literally gotta pause the screen. I'm just type of dude that talks to the screen when I'm watching a TV show. So I'm looking like, pause, Luke Cage, Circle! Jessica Jones! At the end of episode 5, Elektra pulled a big old whammy because she kept dropping hints that she knew who Matt really was. All of the episode, I know who you are, I know what you're about, only I understand you. And at first you were just thinking this is just crazy girlfriend logic why we should be together. And then she pulls a full-on plot twist and reveals that she has Matt's costume. Right when like the security forces or Yakuza of the evil corporation are bringing down him, she was like, yo dude, I got your costume. And I was looking like, woman, where you took that super suit? They full on, like if Samuel L. Jackson was here, he'd be walking around the background looking for his super suit. And this one, Elektra got it. Okay, like Elektra got it. And I'm looking like, oh, why woman, why? But now on to episode 6. Now I will go ahead and say the action of episode 6 was a lot more than episode 5. But it feels very much more Arrow-esque, where it feels more traditional Hong Kong action cinema rather than the spectacular very unique scenes that we got with the hallway scenes. Mind you, I still very much enjoy seeing them, but it feels like the driving point of these action scenes is really just to push the story along, or even more so just to provide the background for dialogue. And I'm gonna say Matt and Elektra's dialogue are so on point. They have good couple dialogue, especially good ex-couple. Like we obviously had a thing, and like there's still like heat and flow and everything to it, but we both refuse to go down that road. And ultimately, I'm just gonna say, Matt, give it up already. It's full-fledged. For you to be a lawyer, your negotiating skills suck. Okay, because I felt like Elektra was in charge of the whole conversation of her proposing a team up with you. And at first you were looking like, nope, not gonna do that. And she was looking like, she's like, come on, like that. And also, I will agree with Elektra on this one. Pie is a deal breaker. If you're ever in a deal for any type of reason, whether it's school deal, car deal, relationship deal, introducing pie is a deal breaker. And I will full on stand by that. Or cake. Cake is better.
You're a ladies man?
Yes. Great dialogue. Like the lawyer stuff. The lawyer stuff. Oh, Frank Castle.
My man. Finding your 2 videos together, doing your pet. Your huge pet. Yep, you got 6 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Woo! So that. But, some was like that. And I really got to develop better phrases. But anyway, so it was like, and making a grand return is my man Frank. Woo! Frank Castle. Yeah, you said I had to take him out with Cabbage Patch. That's how much Frank Castle takes me back, because I love that man so much. No homo. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's good to see my man Frank back. And also, unlike Daredevil and some of the other characters in the MCU, Punisher has human healing. Because sometimes Daredevil gets messed up and then he's like right back at it, or he'll bandage himself up. Like, no, Frank Castle took a beating and took some torture, and now he's still recovering from that. But it's good to see him, and also good to see the detective lawyer angle of the Punisher's rampage, where it's like, you know, Matt and them are just trying to get him a legal defense, and the detective from the previous season has got promoted, and you see how like the law is trying to jostle how do we deal with the situation a little bit. And to me, honestly, I thought this aspect of the show, which I knew inevitably was going to happen, I thought it was going to be so boring. So boring, but no. And once again, Daredevil continues to impress, and it is not. A full-on feels fresh. Now, the big question of the day is Frank gonna somehow figure out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil? Through the voice, through military training, through deductive reasoning, however it makes sense, because he did refuse to take off the mask. You know, he did refuse to take off the mask in the previous episodes, and he ultimately said, yo, dude, I don't care who you are. But with Matt having so much interaction with him now, especially as his defense lawyer, or as his, you know, bipartisan defense lawyer, or something like that, do you think Punch is gonna be like, what's going on, Red? And then Daredevil's gonna be like, oh,
how did you know?
The Elektra storyline continues to push things happen, where her and Matt get into a heist. Now, the one thing about the heist was this was not Ocean's 11, 12, or 13. This was not the Italian Job. It didn't have like that heist feel to it. But the one thing I really appreciate about it was rushed. Not rushed as in like it was done hastily, but it was like this wasn't like a whole. We got to like draw it out. We got in, we got out. I have superpowers. I obviously have the advantage. They don't know what they're dealing with. We're stealing things, but also because the initial heist was not going as planned, it was good to see Elektra just healed a little bit. Because too many times, you know, everyone's just so cool with everything. Oh, you know what? The alarm got set off. We good. Oh, you know what? The 50 million guards outside. We good. Oh, the diamond that we came here to steal is not here. We good. But to see her be like, yo, where's that? And she started to freak out just a little bit. Now, she didn't come undone. I was enjoying not much action because once again, with the MCU, it shows a human side to some of my favorite comic book characters. So the fact that she was getting frustrated, and even in her frustration, she was making mistakes, and you also got to see clearly why she needed Matt to be there. Not only to be the cooler head to prevail, but his senses provided not only a tactical advantage, but the edge that she needed to find the documents. And then of course the documents are super coded, so that just means another piece of the puzzle that we gotta unlock. And I'm just looking like, oh my god, would we just get to the point already? Like, come on, son, get to me more ass kicking or more Punisher action. I kind of wish the Punisher would just go ahead and break out of shit and go a little bit. I'm not really feeling the dialogue he's having with Karen right now, but being the fact that Karen is serving as a plot device to get him to open up, to talk more about his family, to allow us to get to see the man behind the skull a little bit. I'm enjoying that aspect. Mind you, this is clearly my Punisher love, my love relationship with the Punisher. It's clearly that taking over, because anytime he's on screen, anytime he's revealing more of himself and peeling back his layers like an onion, I'm really feeling that. But now that Karen has pretty much become the crusader for the justice of the Punisher, especially more so than Matt, because Matt and Froggy were both like, we gotta let that dude go. But Karen is the main one to really push that forward. It was surprising to see that the Punisher had not been back to his family home since the death of his family. So literally everything was kind of almost stuck in time, and to see her like pretty much allowing him to remember and allowing him to reconnect with, for lack of a better term, his humanity a little bit was, I said, it was very enjoyable. And now finally we are here at episode 7. Now I know the front, this out of all 3 episodes was my favorite episode, not only because it had the most compelling storyline, but also it had the most legal leads. It had the trial, the legal tactics, and the practice. I'm a huge fan when I'm not reading comic books or like, you know, superhero things or just nerdy things. I love legal shows. The Practice, which is a very, very old show, is actually still one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So whenever Matt and Foggy like get into like the lawyer aspect of the show, I'm very much in tune with that. I'm like, yes, we are. I feel like we are perverting, but it is necessary. The old tried and true trope of the main superhero character being unreliable in his day job. Like, just like Clark Kent, just like Bruce Wayne, just like Peter Parker, it's just looking like, yo, you know, for this to be so important, and I understand that what Matt does at night with Elektra is also equally important, but the idea of like, oh, I'm just so tired or I'm running late, and I'm looking like, my dude, get an alarm clock. Mind you, while I love this episode the most out of 3 episodes, I really do want to get more clues to the main plot, because we've dropped hints that the DA is corrupt, we've dropped hints that there's a bigger overarching arc to the Punisher, we've dropped hints at this point, because we're on episode 7, we dropped hints at this point that Punisher, that Elektra is obviously, you know, she's here for ulterior motives, but like, I wish we had more concrete, like, just clues as to what the main plot is, because at this point I have no idea. We got hints that the Hand from season 1 is obviously making a return with Elektra saying that Yakuza were only hibernating and that they were never truly gone. I love how, even though we know for a fact we're not going to get Elektra's trademark costume from the comic books in the series, the same way how we haven't get to see the Punisher with a full-on skull on his chest a little bit. Mind you, at the end of the season, we could see those things because Daredevil did get his more trademark costume at the end of season 1. But I like how they keep hitting you with red is so her color, with the red robe, with the red scarf, with you know, every time you almost see Elektra, you have like a hint of red. I feel like almost maybe they're giving us clues as to like how that's gonna translate. And speaking of at this point, Matt should just go ahead and smash Elektra. Just go ahead and smash it, homie, because at this point you have really no reason not to. Yes, you are with Karen, but also Elektra just kind of keeps throwing it at you, for, you know, proverbially speaking. And also on top of that, out of all things, it feels like your chemistry with her is so much stronger than it is with Karen. And with the fight scenes being once again continuing from episode 6, they're a lot more typical. They aren't nearly as stylized and nuanced as the first 4 episodes. But the one thing I do like about them is because we're dealing with people who are still technically human, but just highly trained, they get hurt, and when they get hurt with the knives or fighting about 50 million dudes, it still resonates. It's still like displays a sense of vulnerability that they are not invincible. And when Elektra got stabbed or she got cut, and Matt had to be like, you know, you always get so tired doing the most exciting thing, doing the most, you know, amazing things, and he pulled her mask back up, and then they had to grow up to fight more guys. I was looking like I was done. I was just done. I was like, yo, go ahead and have it out in the middle of the damn in the middle of the damn training yard. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this particular about these 3 particular episodes of Daredevil. We will be bringing you the rest of the episodes, and be sure to look out for our Batman vs Superman spoiler and spoiler-free review. Also on top of that, be sure to check out my Luke Cage reaction video. Let me know how you feel about the series so far. You know, in the comments down below, if you have a particular favorite comic book of Elektra, Punisher, or Daredevil, comment down. Let me know your favorite issues if you read comic books. If you don't read comic books, you know, feel free to ask me questions as to what comic books I would suggest that you guys read. Holla at me on Twitter, holla at me on Facebook, holla at Lord Win if you're more so into anime than comic books, but you just happen to be checking out this video. You know, thumbs up for you. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to stay tuned to more updates, some more geeky, nerdiest, and aficionado adventure, hit the subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed Daredevil as much as I'm enjoying it. Once again, this is Mason AJ. And I just got done watching Daredevil.
Punch. No, I'm just kidding. Peace.
Why? Why? You just couldn't help the Punisher line, could you?
Nope. That's that classic Punisher.